Hi, it's Scott, ROCKFILE, back with another podcast for your ears. A review of the import movie. I say that because it's a Japanese movie that's been out for a couple years, but it just came out in the United States. It's called One Cut of the Dead. Okay, when you look this movie up, don't listen to that it's the funniest movie since Shaun of the Dead, because while it is one of the funniest zombiest movies since Shaun of the Dead, it has nothing to do and is nothing like Shaun of the Dead. And one of my friends pointed out today that he's getting tired of every time they talk about a zombie movie comedy, it's always the funniest comedy since Shaun of the Dead. So anyway. One Cut of the Dead is one of those things that I'd read reviews of. It was coming out. The price was incredibly low, which is a sign of two things. It's either really terrible and they're trying to move as much of their inventory as possible, even when it first comes out, or it's something they know is good. It's been around for a while and they know they're not going to make a ton of money on it, but they want people to see it. And I think that was the catalyst for why the smaller movie company, through Shudder, actually, the service, released One Cut of the Dead in a steelbook for under $15 as a brand new release. Comes with the DVD and the Blu-ray, no digital copy or anything like that, and there was no 4K release, but I don't think there is a standard version of this. The only way to get it is in the steelbook, and I gotta say, it was worth it. I'm going to do a quick non-spoiler review, and then I will pause while people tune out, and then I will get into spoilers, because it's really hard to talk about the movie if I can't talk about spoilers. So the non-spoiler review, don't read anymore, don't listen anymore. If you like movies in general, you don't mind watching subtitles or listening to a dubbed track, it's a Japanese film. Rent, stream, download, or watch One Cut of the Dead. It's great. It is sitting at 100% on Rotten Tomatoes with over 80 reviews. Fan reviews, audience reviews are about 82%, but it's 100% with the critics. What does that tell you? The movie becomes something different. It is not what you expect. The first half hour is exactly what you expect. And then it becomes something different. And to talk about that was what I'll do in the second part of this podcast. So if you want a zombie comedy movie about a film crew trying to make a movie during a zombie apocalypse, it's great. It's a lot of fun. It's well made considering how much it cost. It's grossed a lot of money over the last 2 years in its release, and it's finally available here in the United States. Go get it. I'm Scott Hamilton. I'm ROCKFILE. My website is therockfile.com. Don't forget to subscribe and check out the Patreon page. Okay, now that we have the non-spoiler review out, I'm going to throw some spoilers, but I won't kill the movie for you if you don't mind spoilers, but you still want to watch it. The first 30 minutes of this movie are the movie. It is a zombie movie. What it appears to be is a film crew filming a zombie movie when an actual zombie apocalypse happens. This goes on for 30 minutes. When the zombies break onto the set where there have people in makeup pretending to be zombies, the director says keep going because the footage is so great. He wasn't happy with what they were getting before the actual zombie outbreak. And it turns out the producers sprayed, did a bloody pentagram on top of the building to call the zombies or whatever. And so it's over in 30 to 35 minutes after the movie starts and the credits roll. And you're like, wow, what happened? Then it says 1 month earlier, and it goes back and tells you what happened before. But this is not a dramatic telling of how we got to a zombie apocalypse. It is a comedy mockumentary about making a low-budget zombie movie. How they find the director, how they cast the movie, what happens in filming, how they put it all together, the problems they run into, and then the last part of the movie is them filming it, but you're seeing the movie you saw the first 30 minutes, but through a different point of view. It is, okay, this movie was filmed for $25,000. That's like 3 million yen. It has grossed over $31 million on a $25,000 investment. The 30-minute movie at the beginning is all filmed with one camera, like it was one take. It's very impressive. And then to see how it was done, it's funny. You'll get into the characters that you didn't think you would get into, the trials, the tribulations of making this movie. This movie was made for the love of movies. more than zombies or horror or any of that kind of stuff. It is truly something special to watch. It is not like any movie I've seen. My Blu-ray reviewer gave it 4.5 out of 5, and I just can't imagine it being that good. And like I said, it's 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. So for $14.99, and I had a small gift card left over from my birthday, yeah, I picked up the Steelbook. Why not? It'll be a collector's item if nothing else. I'm sure they didn't make a whole lot of it. It is a great movie. It's going to have its place in my collection, and I don't want to talk any more about it because you need to watch this thing. The director and everybody involved obviously love movies, and they made a low budget. What they did is so creative and so amazing. It is jaw-droppingly, when you realize that it was made for $25,000 and they did this in probably a very short period of time. I haven't wanted to read too much into the background making of stuff of it because I watched the stuff that was on the Blu-ray, but I really don't want to know anymore. It's magical. It's special. I don't know how else to describe it. One Cut of the Dead. Pick up a copy. Rent it. Buy it. Trust me. Again, if you're not into Japanese movies, that part may be a stretch for you to deal with the dubbing, and don't think it's the best thing since Schindler's List or anything like this. But I think it's a pretty amazing little Japanese film, and if you don't mind subtitles or dubbing, watch it immediately. It really blew me away. I'm looking forward to watching it again now that I know what happens. And I tip of the iceberg. In a 90-minute movie, they've squeezed a lot of creativity into this thing. Watch One Cut of the Dead. That's all I can say. I'm Scott Hamilton. I'm ROCKFILE. My website is therockfile.com. I have a Patreon page. I have new projects going on, like the Daily Song Challenge. It's a new group on Facebook. Also, Sex, Drugs, and Rock and Roll. Another new group on Facebook. Both are free to join, and both will be right up your alley. Trust me. Thank you for taking the time out of your day. I really appreciate your listening. See you on the next one.